Nobody covers the kitchen like Cuisinart. A passion for cooking means Cuisinart brings something new and fresh to the market with innovation and products that stand the test of time. Openshop's excited to launch the Cuisinart Combo Steam and Convection Oven, combining the power of steam with the versatility of a regular convection oven. Cooking 40% quicker and no preheat required, you'll save time and money. Healthier results too, as steam cooking requires no oil. A unique market-first product featuring professional-grade cooking technology. Fall in love with cooking all over again. Cuisinart, now available at Openshop.
Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome to the Openshop kitchen where we're about to launch the Cuisinart Steam Combo Oven. You just saw it there. We're talking about healthier cooking. We're talking about faster cooking. We're talking about a machine that is one of a kind, made from a brand that is almost 50 years old, a brand that developed itself in America, in the US, to change the way that we cook in our kitchen. They're bringing you innovation, the power of steam, with the versatility of a convection oven. So you can be using this just on steam with both functions going. In fact, there's 9 different programs. It's going to save you a hell of a lot of time because there's no preheating, but flavours galore. It's 40% quicker than a regular oven because water conducts heat faster than just air alone. And of course, this is healthier because steam cooking requires no oil, unless of course you want to pop a little bit on for flavour. Now, steam ovens can be super expensive. I mean, $1,000 to $5,000 out there. I mean, even up to $8,500 for a pretty fancy built-in one. And we were blown away when we were told the price of this, because this is Cuisinart. This is quality, this is innovation, and this is engineering from a company that's been doing it really, really well in the kitchen since 1971. So what are you going to get today? You are going to get that combi oven and you are going to get an incredible 3-year warranty. So with that, of course, we're giving you that money back guarantee, which is, love it or send it back. And the number is 301240. This is the Cuisinart brand new product. We're launching this brand here today, but this is a brand that's been around for almost 50 years, guys. You are getting that steam and convection oven. So feature packed, we're going to run through it in the show. $369. Free express delivery, and of course, if it's your first order, you're going to get another 10% off. We are going to give you the most amazing gift. Guys, I was blown away. When I saw these accessories, let me just say, these are not supermarket style accessories, if you get what I mean. They are quality, they are sturdy, they are made by Cuisinart, and of course, you're getting the muffin tin, you're getting the square baking dish, you're getting the loaf pan, and you're getting the round cake pan. You can be cooking so many things with this. The value of that gift alone is just under $50. 4-piece bakeware set includes square pan, loaf pan, round cake pan, and the 6-piece muffin tray. Now, we're talking about a huge capacity, and you can use all of these in your steam combo oven. So one at a time. There's actually 2 shelves in there, so you can be using 2 at a time. But I've got a really special person that I'm going to introduce you to at the moment. Our newest presenter here, Sharon Andy. Hello, Sharon.
Hello,
nice
Gabby.
to have you. Nice to have you here. Here is our newest presenter here, and I've nicknamed him AKA Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Because he's
yes.
looking pretty sharp, don't you think? You've scrubbed up all right, Sharon.
I think
Look
I did.
at you.
Yeah, I think I did. They did pretty well in the styling room. Yeah.
They did all right in the styling room.
They did all right. It's not the usual get up I usually like to have.
I thought that was your everyday wear.
Oh, it is. It is. This is how I just came in today. So I thought, just
roll with it.
Roll with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Came in his flip flops, jandal shorts, and a t-shirt. They did well in there. He looks great.
Straight out of the country.
You look great. Straight from the country.
Yeah.
And look, Sharon, you've been fasting all day because I heard that you're going to get into the fork and start tasting.
Oh yes, I've been told strict orders to not have any breakfast. So we've got a wonderful range of food that's going to be cooked up today, and what a healthy way to have it, like steam cooking.
Healthy. Yeah, look, steam cooking to me until this Cuisinart was, I started looking at it last week. I started testing it last week. Steaming for me was always bland, always boring. This is a combination, guys. So we're combining health and flavour because of the functionality. So this is not just a steam oven. Stay with us. If you're thinking steam bland, steam boring, no. Steam delish.
Steam delish. And it
crispy.
crispy foods. And we're going to be seeing that. A lot of that crispiness on the outside and that nice, juicy tenderness on the inside of foods, you know, that
Combination.
Just what a combination. And that's what you aim for, to have in something like such a, one-of-a-kind type of cooking appliance like this. Have it on your kitchen bench, you know, it's gonna cook. You're gonna cook up some wonders here. And as you can see what we've got here ready to go, I'm getting quite hungry.
So am I, and I know that you know your way around a kitchen, but somebody who really knows their way right around the kitchen, we have an incredible guest. We've got Anna from KitchenAid, and Anna, come on, from Cuisinart, Anna from Cuisinart, we have here.
Up with Joe.
Oh, I did.
Yes,
because
right.
we do know each other, and
do.
we have worked sort of kind of together, but not together.
We have.
And I said that because you know your way around a kitchen,
I do,
right?
yes.
And you've been a food consultant for decades, am I allowed to say?
Absolutely. I did my first television in my 20s.
Oh,
so
wow.
cooking on telly back
So
then.
not very long ago,
No,
right?
not just the other day. Just the other day.
That's it. That's
And you've
exactly
been
right.
affiliated with Cuisinart for how many years now?
At least 10 years, and I fell in love with Cuisinart, basically their product, when I was given this oven, because they said to me, please take it home, Anna, have a little play with it, see what you think. But to cook the chicken that we're about to pull out of the oven now on bake steam, just as Jaron was saying, we actually get beautiful golden baking on the outside, but juicy inside, because we're using, and if we just steamed a chicken, it'd be very bland.
Yeah.
But because we've got the two functions working, which is called bake steam,
Right.
and we're going to run through all our functions today, you get this beautiful end result. And that's when I fell in love with the oven.
Okay, so Cuisinart developed this technology, right?
They did, absolutely.
So it is pretty much, when it came out on the market, it was a first.
It was a first, absolutely, Gabby. And the thing about Cuisinart, they're the leading small appliance company in Canada and the US. And a lot of people don't know that. But as soon as you talk to an American or Canadian, I've just got this new friend that's working with me a bit. She's Canadian. She said, Cuisinart. So they know this as their number one.
It's testament. Look,
So
it's been
that
around
tells
for
you a lot.
almost 50 years.
Absolutely.
Cuisinart, I read up, Cuisinart developed the world's first electric food processor for the
Yes.
US market.
And where would we be without that?
Where would we be without our food processor? So
Exactly.
Cuisinart, it's fair to say, know their way around a kitchen.
They do.
Nearly as well as you do.
Yeah, I try.
Now, why don't we get started and have a little
Absolutely.
look at what you've cooked. So
Yeah.
you were telling us about the function that you did the chicken on. Tell me about that function again.
I would love to. So this has only got 4 minutes to go, but basically...
we're still cooking?
No, but I'm going to open it anyway.
Oh, you can? Are you allowed to?
Absolutely. The first thing to tell you there, so we saw all that steam come out.
goodness, you
This
can
is
smell it.
steam and it can burn. So it's really important that whenever anyone's got this, that they remember that. So
Okay.
normally what I do, Gabby, I just open it
A little bit ajar.
let that come out, and then I open it.
And the door allows you to do that, Anna, because it's got those hinges that allows you to do that.
Absolutely. And what I love, I love teaching people to cook. I love inspiring people to cook. But the thing about this oven, you can watch everything that's going on. So, and a lot of people love it because it's quite light and portable. And there's a lot of elderly people that cannot lean down or lean up. So you're going to see now, I've got a bit of juice.
So benchtop height means it's accessible.
Absolutely.
I noticed that you've got a light
Yes.
in there. Now is the light on, Anna?
I'm going to
It
turn
is?
that on. I'll reach across and turn it on.
Oh, look at that.
Boom.
And I'll slide it out just a little
Jared,
bit.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
There we
Because
go.
look,
I'm hungry.
I know that
I'm looking at
we're
this chicken.
friends. I know that we're friends, but I don't know if you know that I'm pretty fierce with a fork.
Uh-oh. You're going to have a bite already.
I might beat
Taking
it
off the jokes already.
to the taste testing.
Taste testing.
So
that's
what
exactly
I've done
right.
here, guys, is I just, whenever I do the show, I this sort of presenting, I really like to put, this is a 2.2 kilo chicken. So
Big
what I
chicken.
need everyone to know is this went into a cold oven. So an hour ago before the show started at 1:30, I just put the chicken onto the
Baking dish?
baking dish. I cut up some carrots, some sweet potato and some onion. I just squeezed some lemon over the top, olive oil, salt and pepper into this oven and set it for an hour, and bingo, I have a cooked chicken.
So you didn't turn it, Anna?
I didn't.
And there was zero preheat.
No preheat. So I've got 20 minutes of cooking time.
Okay, so
That's the big thing. It's huge.
Look, so if you are time poor and you love roast, 1 hour, Anna just said 1 hour. We're not just steaming here, guys. Have a look. I haven't even tried it yet, but my mouth is watering. If my eyes could taste that, it looks sensational. And Anna, so you use the combination of steam
Steam and bake.
combi.
Absolutely.
So the steam means that we're cooking 40% faster.
Exactly.
2.2 kilos, guys. This is a monster chook. There are 9 functions in the Cuisinart. These are the 9 functions. Steam and warm. We've got super steam. We'll get to that. I'm not sure what that does, but we'll get to that. Proof and bread bake. I saw Anna baking fresh bread before. God, it smells good. Steam and bake. We've got steam and grill. I love the sound of steam and grill. Convection bake. So that looks like pastries and things like that. Grilling on its own, toasting on its own, and of course steaming on its own, which may just be for those dumplings I saw over there. So this is not just a steaming oven, guys. It's also a normal PowerPoint. So we're talking about a regular. Well, no, we're not talking about a regular oven. We're talking about technology, but it just plugs in like an appliance, like a microwave
and
or a
it
toaster.
uses the same amount of power. So the wonderful thing I always say about this is that you are not heating up a big kitchen either. We're coming into hot time of the year, and everybody's sort of thinking, so today I've got things such as pies and croissants and even just being able to pop those in, because a lot of people say, oh, I'd love to just heat up a croissant. We know if you microwave it, it just collapses.
Soggy, sad
but as
food.
if you're going to turn on a great big 60-centimetre oven to heat that up.
So I can just do
kids
a piece of melted cheese on toast with no preheat.
Absolutely.
And I can just do it on that grill.
You can. And you know, one of the fantastic things about this, I love, so if you're thinking out there, you've got a young person that's just moved out of home or whatever, buy them this for Christmas. My goddaughter moved into a unit, hopeless oven, and Beck said, Anna, I'm going to buy one. She has cooked and cooked and cooked. She needs replacement parts. She did it so much. She said, can I get a new tray?
Another tray? No, I think
So
she's
that's
probably...
what's great. But the thing is, they will, for this price point, and even with our gift with purchase, it's a really good way to get people cooking. And I say put one under the Christmas tree.
I think that is a sensational... Speaking of Christmas cooking...
Yes.
Speaking of Christmas entertaining, Sharon, are you much of a cook around the Christmas period, around the Chrissy time?
Definitely, especially with a family of my size. It's quite big family, so you know, having something, just watching how large that chicken came out and how beautiful, look at the brownness of it. It looks huge. Like, you know, being able to cater for a whole family. You know,
That's
you can,
right.
You know, have something like this going while you're doing other things as well.
Well, a lot of people, Jaron, what they also do, they use this as a bit of a separate oven at Christmas too. When you've got a big family, you're always thinking, oh, I just wish I could do this, but I don't have an oven. So it's got that opportunity to use it then as well. So
am I allowed to do the honours?
You can, but just before you do, can I just say one thing?
Yes.
What I would normally do, as you know, we would normally rest the chicken covered with foil for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So in that 10 minutes, what I do, I just take some broccoli. I've just given that a wash.
Right.
So while my chicken's resting, I open the oven up.
You don't need to put any water in the bottom of that tray?
Because I'm going to steam this.
Oh.
So while I'm actually doing this, I'm going to turn the dial right round to steam.
So it's a little electric rotary dial where we turn it around on the LED screen, and then do I just click it?
So it's got 100 degrees, so that's steaming. I push that in. How long do I want to steam it for? Let's say 10 minutes, which is my chicken resting time, and press start. That's going to start to steam while my chicken's resting.
Now, can I be a pest and turn this light on again? I'm fascinated with the light.
You can.
Here
we look are. At that.
I just like to see what's going on. I'm a bit of a busybody. I want to know what's going on.
Well, I say we
there.
should get kids to, because I'm going to cook some chocolate chip cookies in a minute, but actually I might get Jaron to help me put them in the oven.
Oh, yeah.
Because the thing is, I say turn off everything, because you can watch what's going on and watch
Keep
the
them
biscuits
busy.
come up.
Keep them busy.
Yeah,
All right.
totally.
Well, look, before
You
we
have
get
a
to the
cut.
chocolate chip cookie, right?
You
Before we
cut.
get to dessert, although I have been known to have dessert before the main.
Oh, we all have. Always
Okay.
look at the dessert
So,
menu.
Look, it looks incredible, and the outside. Listen to the crisp. We have got golden caramelisation. Oh my gosh!
wow,
Wait
look
until
at
you
that.
see. Oh my gosh! Wait until you see
Look
the
at that.
moisture.
Yum.
Locked.
And Gabby, that's the meat, as you know, that dries out a lot, the breast meat.
Oh.
So this is why it's the juiciest chicken I've ever had, by having the steam.
You have absolutely
it's good.
excelled. Now, if I was serving this, I wouldn't be putting it down to the Cuisines Arts technology. I'd be putting my hand up and just saying, look what I've just whipped up,
You
guys.
just claim it.
Well,
Okay.
Now, tell me, how does stuffed turkey go in here? Because stuffed turkey, unless it's cooked properly, is as dry and as tough.
Absolutely, but you would probably be looking at more of a turkey roll,
Right.
because as you can see, the capacity inside is not very large. So it's really, you can do a turkey
roll, stuffed
drumstick,
turkey
you can
roll?
do, you know those buffs that they do, the turkey buff?
Oh, I know them well, Anna.
Yes, good. They're all terrific. So that's what it's about. It's about just knowing the size.
Okay, so official taste tester. I don't know why Jaron got the best job of all. I've got
I know,
food envy.
but that's right. It's his first day.
Well, that's it. But yeah, I'm honestly that food that is moist.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
really
so moist.
yes, very, and that's the steam. So you've got that beautiful flavour from the skin, and everybody loves a bit of the skin from the chicken, roast chicken.
Oh,
yes,
totally. And
good.
look, I've got to say this, guys. Excuse fingers. But I've got you're just going to have to bear with me. But
yes,
look,
just do it. Do it, Gab.
Look, if
There
the
you go,
skin
Gabby.
is not that
Look at that.
crisp, come to Mama. Oh. That is I'm actually better
yes.
than I expected.
Yes.
But
Better
you know,
than I
if
got the good bit.
If I could just make a note here, look, especially cooking chicken, like roasting it in the oven,
Yes.
conventional house oven.
Yes.
Never have
No.
has my chicken come out this moist,
Exactly,
like that, especially
because
in the breast
you've
area.
probably even seen recipes where they get you to mix some butter with herbs and push it under the breast meat.
To try and retain moisture.
Exactly. So
have
we're
seen that.
talking about a healthy way of cooking, and that is why
look
the
at
steam
that.
is doing that
Yeah.
job that lots of butter would be doing. And what does lots of butter equal?
Calories. Well, I'm
Let's
so
spend them on
surprised that you
something
got
else.
that flavour.
Well, that's it.
That flavour. Wait till you try the skin, Jaron. Oh my God, incredible. So I can do my roast. One more thing. Christmas Day, if I've got leftover turkey, and it's Boxing Day, and what are we having? Turkey sandwiches. Everyone
Yes.
in Australia, let alone everyone in the world. Reheating without drying it out. What function would I use?
You can actually use the
Steam only?
The steam only.
Yes,
You
that's
can
what I
use reheat depending on what food you're reheating.
Yes.
So absolutely. If it's something like the turkey where you can use steam, because there are certain foods that you wouldn't be using the steam function.
Like the cookies.
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely. So even if you're reheating anything that's traditionally quite dry. So people even say to me, what about roast pork? You wouldn't be doing roast pork on steam convection. You'd be doing it on just convection.
Right.
So the oven does everything your ordinary oven does, but you don't want steam if you're roasting a pork with that crackling.
Right,
Doesn't
so
work.
we're talking about a second oven in your home, as well as that combination function. Your family, when it's those festivities, when the kids are moving out of home, if you're a grain nomad, if you're traveling around the country, this is going to be one of your most loved appliances. Now, I reckon it's dessert time.
Just before though, would you mind passing me the bread rolls that are up the end?
yes,
I think we
yes.
should
Wow.
go to those first, because we haven't even turned that out.
Now, Anna, this is in the gift with purchase tin.
This is actually mine
That's
because
yours.
I just had to bring that from home today.
You didn't have the gift with
I
purchase
didn't,
tin,
but I'm going to take one home with me.
You're going to get a loaf pan, you're going to get the round cake pan, the square cake pan, and of course a 6 muffin tray. Now, you wouldn't necessarily think about cooking bread in a cake tin, right? Or a loaf in a pan.
That's right.
So I was thinking-
got to the set today and the studio, and I have made this from the time I arrived. So what I did, because we have the steam function, I can also prove the bread and the dough. So every winter, that it says prove it in a nice warm place, middle of winter.
So can I just explain for those non-cooks out
Yes.
there? If you want to start cooking, proofing means that you're supposed to sit it and let it rest for the yeast to
Develop,
develop,
and it sort of doubles in size.
and then you
And the
cut it.
gluten, yes.
Rises so otherwise it rises and it gets very, very sad and slumps, so it
Yes.
doesn't rise at all.
So I
what does
made-
the steam do?
Okay, so what I did first of all, Gabby, I made the bread dough. I put it into a bowl. I put it into the oven on 40%. Any higher, you'll kill the yeast. So I used the steam function to actually prove the first time. I took it out. I punched it down. I divided it into the rolls. I basically put it back into the oven on 40%. Again, it rose. Then I switched it to bread function, and I cooked this for 25 minutes on 190 degrees on the bread function.
So there's a specific bread function.
There is.
So is there a recipe in the recipe book so I'm going to know how to
Plenty,
do it?
plenty.
Still
This
a
is
bit more
okay.
of this
This is
chicken.
from the recipe book.
So guys, here's the graphic with all the functions. We're steam and warm. We are super steaming. Proof and bread bake is what Anna just did with that homemade bread. And Anna, can I say that I'm saving my calories with my butter to have with that bread?
Good.
The steam and bake, the steam and grill, convection bake. We've got just grill, just toast. Well, not just toast. We've got toast. toast and steaming on its own. So this is a multi-function appliance where I can use functions separately or functions together.
Absolutely, and that is the uniqueness of this product. But what I need to tell all our viewers is that this does everything your ordinary oven does. You can use all your cookware that you've got, whether it's glass, whether it's silicone, doesn't matter.
So
you don't need special things.
Okay, so I can use my little patty pan cases in
totally.
there. Speaking of patty pans,
Yes.
I
Yes,
think, Jared,
yes.
you're on your way to...
I think we better
You're
get
gonna
over
come
to
over
these
here and cook with me?
cookies.
So,
where would you?
Gabby, shall we run through what the oven, what you get?
Let's, because
Great.
The first thing that stood out to me was the huge water reservoir tank that sits on the side. Now that water reservoir tank allows you a full 2 hours of cooking, but it gives you a little alert when it needs to be refilled, guys. And there is some information, Jaron. Tell us what we're getting.
Yeah, so what you're going to get in, this is the Cuisinart steam oven, obviously, with the oven rack, grilling rack, the crumb tray, and a drip tray as well to catch all that flavour that's going to run off the chicken,
steam,
you know.
And the steam, the excess steam.
There's steaming, it's going to be good too, especially one of the big key points that I'm going to take away from just looking at how this operates is the health benefactors that come with this, especially with, cooking with zero oil. It's going to be, if you're starting a health journey or if you're looking to start a health journey, this is probably one of the best cooking appliances to help that journey along the way, because you don't need oil in there. And what oils is going to do to your body is it's going to build up, sit in the body, and it's going to make it a really hard process to burn it all off. But having something like this, so conventional, just cooking it like a lovely chicken, as you've seen over there with the veggies. I just tasted the veggies before. Even they were crispy on that outside and that nice juicy tenderness on the inside. Like, I'm almost tempted to go back and have a bit of a taste as well.
You can't go anywhere. Sorry.
I know. I'm on a cooking duties as well now.
Yeah, you got to earn your food. Sorry.
Exactly right.
You got to learn that early on. You got to earn. It doesn't come free, does it, Gabby?
Not when you're in the kitchen with me. It's not.
No. So I wanted to show. It's very easy to fill the reservoir. You don't need special water.
Take this little twist tile off.
Yes, and I'm just going to pour just regular tap water into there.
Does it have to be cold? Does it have to be
No,
hot?
just
anything?
just cold water.
Straight out of the tap.
Yep, straight out of the tap. So
can I half fill it if I'm just doing it for a little
absolutely.
bit? Okay.
And if you haven't used it for a while, it's been sitting, tip it out onto the garden, don't waste the water, and fill it up with fresh water. It's a bit like the jug,
Good tip.
So,
Good tip.
and then all we do is pop that into the side like that, and we're ready to start
I don't need
steaming.
to prime it. It does it all itself.
Does it all itself.
This truly is hands-free professional. It is a hands-free professional cooking system where literally I'm going to pop my food in, turn the dial to the function on, press the button. It counts backwards, guys, and switches itself off. So we're talking about safe cooking as well.
Yes.
Where if it was in an oven, unless you have the knowledge to preset all your timers and things that are too tricky, it just keeps cooking. This will count backwards. This will switch off. All right, Jaron, you're on the tools.
Yes.
No, just before you put it in,
Okay.
though, I'm just sorry to jump in.
You're right.
I just want you to show everyone this is completely cold because they might think we've preheated
Okay,
it.
so zero.
So zero.
You can test it. You put your hand
watch
in
it.
there.
Be brave.
She's throwing my hand
Good
in.
man. Be brave. So when
There it is.
when you get
Were you
your
nervous?
oven,
Yeah, a little bit.
yes, there's the rack, there's the tray. The shelf goes into 4 positions.
Oh, so it's fully adjustable.
Yes.
4.
So we've got one here. We can turn this over. And then if I was grilling, I'm going to go up higher to do
Right.
my grills.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to put that back down there. And Jaron, if you would like to put the chocolate chip biscuits in for
I
me.
wanted to do that.
Good. Pop that into there.
Yeah, look at that.
Right.
Okay, Jaron,
Easy.
5 for
And
me,
then
1
why
for
don't
you.
you
There we go.
operate this little dial for me?
Okay, you
So
go. You
You're
go.
going to push that little dial.
Yep.
Push that in for me.
Okay.
Yeah, push it in.
Push it in.
And turn it until you get to this one here, convection bake.
Convection
We want
bake.
180.
Yep.
So push that in for me.
Push that in.
So and then that's set the time.
Yep.
See how it's flashing?
Yep.
So if we wanted to change that, but as it's flashing, you need to lock it in. So push that again for me. Perfect.
Yep.
And we don't need 30 minutes. We only need about 10.
10.
So if you take it back down to
Take
10
it back
for me.
down. Take it down.
Take it
Go
down.
20, 15, 11, 10.
Perfect. And press start.
Start.
That's it. We're off we
That's
go.
it.
That's it.
That's that easy.
See, you're cooking.
Well, that's it.
You're marvellous.
Have you ever baked cookies before?
No.
There you go.
That's the first
I was going
time.
to say, if he says yes, he's fibbing. You do not look like, you look like the sort of man that's baked a roast. You look
Yeah.
like the sort of man that knows his way around a barbecue. But I was going to say, if you are baking cookies, you're definitely getting Hollywood all the time.
No, but just looking how easy it is, Anna. It's like,
Well,
you know,
it's
you can-
very
you can-
user-friendly. It's
yeah.
and that's why it's really good, as I said before, and I say it all the time, I really love encouraging people to cook.
Yeah.
And this makes it so easy.
So
because
easy.
people think it is too simple, and it is.
It is super simple.
Yes.
Now, I heard something beep, and
You
I
did.
suspect it's my broccoli.
It is. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
So in that time, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
All the
To
nutrients.
perfection.
perfection.
So it's retained its integrity in terms of the colour.
Yeah.
It looks like the texture is perfect, although I've got to test it to try that out.
Of course you do.
Anna, that
Bring that
looks
round there for you?
sensational. Thank you
There we
so
are.
much. That looks absolutely, brilliant. Oh, now, sorry, Jaron.
You're right.
You got,
Yeah,
you want to...
jump in, grab a piece.
So you
out
can do
there.
beans, snow peas, all sorts of, yeah,
Sensational.
it's good.
absolutely perfect.
Well, a lot of people see Gabby
Perfect.
steaming as well.
Oh.
You know how people try to juggle even a wok with a bamboo steamer? It's too dangerous.
Could not get that texture,
And I think I
Anna.
heard you say early on, if you want to get into steaming, it can be thousands of dollars to buy a steam oven. I personally believe people get really excited, like they do with an exercise bike. They get into it for a while. And then I know people now that say, I just use my steam oven for storage. Expensive storage. So
No,
if
this-
you want steam oven, get it.
This is not going to be expensive storage, guys. Anna, what have we got on next? I'm going to carve up some chicken.
Okay.
And then I think, Jaron, maybe you can have a look at that bread or help
Absolutely.
Anna.
What I'd like to do, can we lift the broccoli off that tray so we can bring it over here and pop something else on there?
You want the broccoli lifted off?
There you go. You can carry
But
that
how
over there.
about you guys
There we go.
kind of break this bread?
I will happily
Break
do that,
bread.
Anna. I can happily
Woof.
break the bread. Okay,
Where can we
guys, so
put
let me
the,
tell you about the
broccoli?
I'm
texture
going
of
to
this
take
bread.
that
You
for
gonna
you.
take it?
Yeah,
So the
sure.
first thing
Thank you.
is we've got that little bit of crunch. You know when you go to the fresh bakery store and it's got that crust on it, like so many hours of love and care have gone into it. Well, Anna told us before that she literally mixed it up, popped it in there to proof it, and then popped it down inside that round cake pan, which is a gift with purchase. She popped it in there for another 20 minutes to proof it, and then it was a 25-minute cook time. So, look, all in all, it's a 3-step process, but 3 super simple steps. Homemade fresh bread. It could be soy linseed. It could be spelt bread. It could be gluten-free bread. You know what you're putting in. You know what's getting done. And there is nothing in the world as good as fresh homemade bread. Now, if you guys want to have one of these in your kitchen, it's really easy. Pick up the phone, give us a call, 13 25 80. Tap the app, and of course you can jump online. Now, if this is your first purchase, guess what? Openshop give you another 10% off. 301240. This is Cuisinart. $369 for an appliance that is a combination of steam, of convection oven, of steam and convection together, of just grilling, of just steaming. 9 different functions on its own. Just over $92, free express delivery. You're going to get this home. Try it out. Guys, love it or send it back. If you don't love it, of course, we will happily take it back. And that is the Openshop promise. That is the confidence of buying with us. Guys, don't forget your gift. This is not your supermarket bakeware, if that makes sense. This is Cuisinart quality. This is a brand, an American brand that has been around for almost 50 years. This is quality. And when we talk about quality, Anna, this finish on this machine is quality. It's stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
The door is glass.
Yes.
The handle, the hinges in the handle feel like the hinge on my $2,000 German oven.
Yes.
It is quality. Of course, that's why Cuisinart are giving 3 years warranty.
Absolutely, Gabby. And the thing is too, it doesn't get, the only part that gets a little bit hot is the front of
It's
the door.
warm touch. It's not
very
too hot.
warm touch.
Yep.
So that in itself is really safe. So, but I think you should break that bread. But I have a little confession. When you try it, I accidentally put stevia in it instead of. But
So
look
it's like
what's happened.
brioche. It's like
yeah.
brioche.
Yeah. Instead
Oh.
of sugar, I've got stevia in there.
Right, if I-
So that's good to tell our viewers that I actually just used, is that good?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I better
You
have
need
a
to put
tonic.
stevia in it more often.
Do I? Is it that good? I thought
Oh.
I better confess, just in case.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's good.
Absolutely
Okay.
beautiful.
Perfect.
So, Anna, what's next? What are we cooking up next?
I'm going to put in a piece of fish, a piece of salmon. So
Oh, wow.
I've got a mouthful too.
That's a large piece of salmon,
It is.
eh?
So what I'm going to do here, a lot of people often, when it comes to cooking fish, I always really like to show people because they get a bit nervous about it, but it's a really fantastic, healthy food to cook and perfect to steam. But what I'm going to do today, I'm going to use the grill function and the steam function. So I'm actually going to get a higher heat, but I'm still going to get some moisture, extra moisture.
Okay, how many minutes are we talking, Anna?
We are talking for this piece of salmon. I'm going to cook this. It's quite thick in the middle.
It is.
It has been at room temp for about 20 minutes or so. So we're going to put this in for about 8 minutes. I always love
Wow.
to go 8 and add more time on. I'm a person that when I cook, you're probably the same.
Let's pop it in.
Pop it in.
Let's pop it in. 8 minutes. Let's click, set, and forget. Guys, we're talking about hands-free cooking here. We're talking about, you can see Anna turning that dial now, putting it onto the steam grill. So this is
Exactly.
another combination function. We can pop the light on if we want to have a little sticky beak like I love to do. And you can watch this work its magic. It is 8 minutes hands-free cooking.
That's so
That's
quick.
right.
That's really quick.
And what I'm going to do right at the end is to throw some snow peas on the side.
Couple of minutes.
Couple of
Excellent.
minutes, just because as you know, you can eat them raw, but they're beautiful when they're lovely and green.
Perfect. Anna, what do we got next? We've got a
Okay.
spare one here. I think we need to put something in this baby
Absolutely.
over here.
Let me
Right.
come up there because we've been talking a lot about steaming.
Yes.
One of the recipes in the booklet that I don't know if we've talked about that yet. I'm
We
going
will
to move
get to
little
the
goblin
booklet.
over here for a minute. Sorry, Gobbly.
I'll hold him.
Hold him.
This is
And-
Uncle Steve.
Is
This
it?
Steve? Yes.
Oh, okay. You might.
Yes. So when we talk about Cool Touch, guys, the outside, you want to pop those in, Anna, and
do.
I'll just talk about how this stainless steel housing is incredible quality. This is Cuisinart, right? You're getting quality. But Jaren, you'll find when it's on, it's warm. So this is cool now because
Yeah.
the bread's come out and it's stopped.
Yeah.
It's warm to touch, but you're not going to burn yourself, guys.
Yep.
It is a double housing, so it's insulated, so it doesn't conduct the heat like perhaps some other brand stainless steel ovens.
That's
This is
right.
the combi oven. It is Cuisinart quality. And the little steam vents at the back there, Anna, I noticed that they've been engineered. Once the steam starts, they're engineered to come out, not to come back against your splashback. Not to go straight up on your overhead cabinetry and so on. It kind of floats over the steam. It has been really well designed.
It has. And I think one of the big questions we do often get asked is, can I put it where my microwave would go?
What's the answer?
It's basically if you have a bit of height, absolutely.
Yep.
But if it's a very tight, snug, no, because this steam has to get out.
Okay.
And so it's pretty good on the bench.
All right, guys, but pretty good on the bench. And look, remembering this is a normal power point. It's a power point just like your microwave, your kettle or your
it.
toaster. You don't have to have an electrician come in and hardwire this, guys. Remember, no preheating. This is instant heat, and of course, it's Cuisinart technology. Anna, what are we going to do next?
I would like to come back over here.
Let's go over here.
And
fair
let's
bit
have a
of
little look at all the food
food
we've got
cooking
on
here.
the end of the bench. Some of the things, because a lot of
Let's have a look
people
at the,
do also wonder about baking cakes. So what I did here, and I think basically you should cut into
that
that
looks
cake.
good. Oh.
Let's find a knife. Why
You
not?
do you want to do the
I'm
honours?
trying
do the
to
honours.
watch
You-
the
look.
watch the waistline
go.
here, guys, and you guys are.
Now that I've nicknamed him Hollywood, now he's going to start watching his weight. If you don't eat that cake, I tell you what, you're
I
missing
didn't-
out.
I didn't even ice it to the bottom because I wanted to show the even cooking. And basically, so you can do your cakes in it, you can do cupcakes, the biscuits. So cut into that, I
My mouth's
say.
watering, Anna.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when you talk about
Wow.
baking cakes, can I do my Christmas pud?
Absolutely. And you can do steamed Christmas pud,
Oh.
which is even better.
So what did you do this one on? What function?
I just did this on bake. So I used it like an oven.
So you didn't actually steam it, it's that moist?
No.
You're
I
kidding.
I just baked it.
Oh, I thought you would have told me you did the combi because I can
no.
see the moisture.
No, not at all.
Now, excuse me for leaning
Right.
over the top of you, Anna, but
no,
I'm
you're
on a
good.
mission.
You go there. I'll swap.
Thank
I'll swap
you.
you.
Do you like cake, Sharon?
Oh, do I like cake? It's
like
a bit of
cake?
a sweet
Oh.
treat for me. I know that every time I get a chance to go back and visit the grandparents, cakes, homemade cakes are always on the
can't
table,
beat
ready to go
home
with a cup of
cooking,
coffee.
Are they?
But just looking at.
All right, Sharon, you're not very experienced cake eater. I'm not sure if you are a cake eater. I'll
look-
show you how it's
look,
done.
all right.
Very simple process.
Yes.
Oh, look how big
Take a
that is.
piece, open your mouth, get a raspberry.
Oh my gosh.
It's a big piece.
So that's just a vanilla cake. And
No, it's not, Anna.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not just a
Just-
vanilla
not
cake.
just a vanilla
That
cake.
is
Okay.
seriously. Does that not take? When you said if you go back to your grandparent, that is divine. Absolutely divine.
That is. Well, that is heavenly. that almost takes me back home to Far North Queensland, where my grandparents are. Like, honestly, You couldn't. You couldn't
Taste
tell
homemade.
me. Yeah.
Taste, because it is.
Like, and it's only made in this the steam oven here.
For just over $300, does it not taste like it's been made by a real expert that's spent a whole lot of time doing it? So it's the
Grandma,
technique that Cuisinart have developed and implemented into this oven that, as you said, tastes like Grandma's cake.
Exactly right. Like, you know, I couldn't ask for a better way to have something like that made. You know, and how versatile it is. You know, we went from making roast chicken.
Yeah,
we got the veggies in there, or we had veggies in there. We've got the had mussels in there. We've got the piece of fish in there as well. Now we've got the cookies going.
Go and check on your
done.
cookies.
You
Go
better
on.
test the
Over you go.
cookies.
Guys,
Come and
I'm
test
going to have to
the
go
cookies.
for a long run after this. After all this food.
Food is a joy and food is a pleasure, and we need to enjoy our food. Now, having this means that the days that you feel like you need to go for a run, maybe you just have that piece of fish steamed with some steamed broccoli, but it's going to be flavoursome because, of course, you can do it on that combination grill steam or the bake steam, and maybe you just don't have the dessert that day, or perhaps you do some steamed apples with some sultanas and a little bit of cinnamon. You know, there are so many variations of foods when you're having your healthy days that you can have in here, but it's not going to taste like healthy food. It's going to be flavoursome because this is Cuisinart. Now, cookies.
We're over to the cookies.
Cookies.
I
Where's my
can't take
fork?
those off yet because they'll just fall apart on you.
They need to
They're
go.
too
They
hot.
need to cool down.
They need to cool down a little bit. But one of the functions we also haven't talked about yet is called super steam. So super steam basically means, so I cook the rice on that. So you don't need a rice cooker anymore. You can do
nice.
risotto that you're not stirring. So it's called, it uses another element in the bottom at the same time as the steam. So it's
Okay.
called super steam.
So I can do rice in here now. I don't need to have a rice
You don't
machine
need a
in the-
rice cooker.
That is amazing.
You don't need a toaster. You don't need a rice cooker.
That's good
You don't need a
rice.
slow cooker because there's some shanks down there that would go with the rice as well.
Okay, guys, so you now do not need to put on your pressure cooker or your rice cooker in the microwave. And every single piece of that rice is falling apart beautifully. It's not gluggy, it's not gluey, it's not stuck together. That's
Perfection.
beautiful
That's
rice.
perfection.
I didn't know that it could do rice in here,
Absolutely.
honestly.
Yeah.
Is that in the recipe book?
It is. So we have a lot of, but super steam, a lot of our viewers might think, what is super steam? So it's really good to be able to tell you that. It's basically for rice, it's for risotto. But one of the things I'd love to do now, would you mind passing me that tray, Gabby, that one there?
Absolutely, because
These are just little frozen, we know they're in
little
the freezer.
pastissi? What are they?
Pastissis.
Pastissi?
So coming into Christmas time, it's the same sort of thing. People are wanting to entertain.
Party time.
Someone just drops in.
Let's
You've
start the
got all
party.
these things in the freezer.
Yep.
Not only are we going to do those, we're going to do some dumplings.
Okay.
But right now, would you like to have another go around here, Jared?
Yes.
Come on, you're
Please
good at
do
this.
run me through
Come
this.
on,
I'm
you're gonna
actually-
work,
I know,
work
I've got to
everything.
work up for this,
Push that in again for
So
me.
we're pushing that in.
Yes, and we're going to turn it till we get to our function. So we also want, so that's toast.
That's toast.
That's back one more. That's our ordinary, that's baked steam. That's it.
That's the
so we
one,
want to
the
go
veg.
to 220.
So push that in.
Yes, please.
And then
Because it's
220.
20.
Yep.
And
Push
that
it
in.
again.
And let's go for, I think 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, let's have a look at them in 10.
That's really quick.
It's pretty quick. And press start.
And start.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
Okay.
now some of the things I'm reading in here, Anna, I must have skimmed over this the other day.
You
because
must have.
I'm reading chicken with mixed capsicum. I'm reading salmon with herbed butter and lemon butter, Asian-style pork ribs, Brussels sprouts with some pancetta. They would be beautiful. Colourful roasted capsicum rice. So it has got rice, brioche, soft pretzels.
Yes.
Rustic Italian bread, French bread. Okay, now you've got my attention. Chocolate chip bread pudding.
Ooh.
Hello, Easter
We're
time.
heading in over-
Imagine that for brunch on Easter morning. Chocolate chip bread pudding.
good, yeah.
And these recipes are all obviously coming with the machine. So you're going to have loads of inspiration. I heard that beeping. Now, it's like Pavlov's dog. I hear the
I
beeping
know.
and my mouth starts
there's
watering.
just from one oven to another oven. But what I'm going to do, I think you've got a little knife there. What
I've got
I
a
like
knife
to
here.
do-
Here we go, Anna.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it. What
A
I'm looking for is a table knife.
A
you can
table.
Because I
smell
want to
that
show
fish
our
right now. It
viewers
smells divine.
how to test if the salmon is done.
So beautiful.
So you take a knife just like that, not a sharp one, and you push it into the thickest part of the fish. Oh, and that's going straight in. So if it's resisting a little bit, it needs a little bit longer. So really what I should have done because what we'll do is take this
Gee,
out.
that looks
So
good.
we only, just correct me if I'm wrong, we only put that in for 8 minutes.
We did.
So 8 minutes. So that's pretty good, especially if you're like, you know, a bachelor, you know, someone like that's single, that's at home, you know,
thank you.
coming back home from work, you know, something like that, quick and easy.
Bachelors, busy mums.
Bachelors, busy mums, you
busy
know.
mums.
Busy mums.
Bachelors, I reckon, have got a
Totally.
little bit more time than busy mums.
Oh, okay, all
We'll
right.
fight over that one
All
later.
right.
Bachelors might have to, I don't know what you do in your 8 minutes. In my 8 minutes, let me tell you, I can get a basket of washing packed away. I can put a load of washing on. I can correct some homework. I can stop a fight between my children. In 8 minutes, a lot can happen in my house. Dinner's cooking, turns itself off. I'm not going to burn it. I'm not going to dry it out because the combination of the steam
Correct.
and the grill. So
I'm going behind you.
I want that crisp and crunch on the steam. I want it to be moist.
I'm coming
so it's
back.
The combination. So if this was just a steamer, you'd have it moist and tender.
Yes.
But it wouldn't have that caramelised finish.
No, you wouldn't.
And there's a big difference.
Huge difference. And as we're seeing from the food that's
There we
coming
go.
out now,
Oh, Anna.
Now,
especially like the
what I
salmon
should have
here.
done is, I'm just going to do it now, even though the tray's just a little bit marked from the, I'm going to steam these snow peas that would go with that.
And again, I don't need to add spray any water. I don't need to put oil.
Because it's a steam oven. So the steam is coming from the reservoir. And if I put it on steam function,
How many minutes?
I'm only going to do these for 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Now, Anna.
2.
After I finish my dinner,
Yes.
I do not want to spend 20 minutes having to, because you know what can happen in 8 minutes? Well, a whole lot more can happen in
We
20
just-
minutes in my world. So, very important button on the front there.
There's a very important button.
Self-clean.
Self-clean.
Tell us about it.
Okay, so when we cook the chicken, and even if you did do pork, you're going to get some staining inside the oven. So basically, if I turn this one on, or any of them, I'll turn these guys on, what you have is a self-clean function, and that's there because of the steam. So I usually, every time I finish cooking a chicken and I'm going off to have dinner,
Yeah.
I basically put it on self-clean. If it's not very marked inside, I do it for about 20 minutes. And it will use steam technology into the cavity of the oven. Then I come back, I open it, I take all the parts out,
Right.
get paper towel,
Wipe
give
the
it a
glass
really,
door
really
down.
good wipe, and the interior,
Right.
because you're not putting any detergent or anything in. It's just the steam that's
Love
going to
it.
clean it. And if you do that and look after your oven, it'll last a really long time. And lucky last, what I usually do, I leave the door ajar a little bit to let it dry out properly until it's dry, and then off we go.
That is too easy. So I'm
Yes.
just going to. I missed. I was listening, but I was eating at the same time, and I can only concentrate on that. Is
Well, I'll just eat then.
that is no.
break it in the
no.
middle and
I
show
cook-
everybody?
I do crispy skin salmon
Do a
at
little break
least
through the middle.
At least once a week in my world. At least
Yeah.
that is one of the
Look.
best bits of salmon, hand on heart, that I've
Yeah.
ever had. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely
that.
shocked.
Look at that.
Oh, but the flavour. It's
So
not
can you
just
see,
steamed.
See how, Gabby, we got a bit of colour from the grilling? And then we've got the moisture from that. So it's just gives us a little bit more flavour, which is just fantastic.
I'm going to have to go
Amazing.
And your
again.
snow peas are already done.
Was
They're-
it 8 minutes, and that's cooked to perfection.
Yes.
There's dinner. There it is.
Absolutely.
How easy.
Sorry.
So not only is cleaning a breeze, the cooking side of it.
Oh my gosh, are they
There you
done?
go.
That
They're
was
done.
2 minutes.
Yeah, that was 2
Oh,
minutes.
wow.
Almost about to go beep.
Gosh,
So I just
okay.
thought I'd bring them out.
All right, the colour's there, the integrity's there. Snow peas need to have a little bit of crunch. I can hear that
Yes.
crunch with my, or I
we
can
go.
feel that crunch rather with my,
Oopsie.
oh, perfect.
Something else is ready here, I think.
That was just
And
the...
a question.
Yes.
They are beautiful. They need nothing. They
No,
need nothing. But
no.
if I wanted to,
Yes.
just say I wanted to add a little herb spice, some cracked black pepper, some flavour, some lemon juice, or whatever it is,
Wow.
could I just add it on top how I'd normally cook in an oven?
Absolutely. You just do exactly, I usually say to everybody, all of your favourite recipes, do them in here, but actually take the time down a little bit because things are going to cook faster. So it's better to cook less and add time on.
Okay.
So even when we cook these little biscuits, traditionally they're probably about 15 minutes, but if we're cooking for 15, they'll be burnt. So you need to adjust your recipes a little bit, but other than that, absolutely do all your favourite things in there.
Okay, we're going to run
Yes.
out of time, and my cooking sampling is very important, Anna. So I'm thinking that we're going to have to pop something else in there.
Absolutely.
And can we do things like, I know you said breads, can we be doing things like pizza? We're talking Friday
can.
night. We're talking sitting down on the couch and chilling, and we want to be having food pretty much cooked for us on a Friday night, do you reckon, Jaron?
Oh, definitely. And just seeing what we can whip up here, coming into the festive season now, we got bread here, we've got a roasted chicken, we've got salmon, cookies are going.
What about that cake?
Oh, that cake was divine.
Oh, I can't believe you didn't steam
Cookie.
it. Oh,
Cookie.
thank you.
I need the tray, so I'm going to give you both a cookie.
Thank you very much. Look at that.
It still needs to cool down a teeny tiny bit. Having said that, it's got the crunch. I just imagine this in 5 minutes. I can't wait 5 minutes. I can't. I'm going to
jump in. I'm going to just break mine in half.
It's good I've got 2 of you to feed just as well. That's a good thing.
That is absolutely. I cannot believe that for $369, you are getting a product that can act as a convection oven because it is. Can be a steaming oven because it is. Can be the combination. Can just grill. Can just steam. It's a normal power point. It'll plug into any power point in your home or in your caravan or on your boat or in your work kitchenette. We're talking about cooking 40% faster. Why? Because we're using that combination of steam and heat. Or you can just use the heat on its own. 0 preheat, guys. We are saving you time. We're saving you energy. We are healthy with loads of flavour. We're fast, and of course we're Cuisinart. We are American quality. Almost 50 years of history in the kitchen, ladies and gents. These guys know their way around a kitchen just about as well as Anna does. And for $369, what an awesome, awesome thing to have in your kitchen. 301240, free express delivery. If this is your first purchase, you'll get another 10% off. Thank you, Openshop. And of course, reward points, guys, because this is $369, guess what? $60 credit points. This is not funny money.
No.
This is real money.
This is real money. This is credits going on to your next purchase,
It sits in your account.
Yeah.
$60, guys. And while stocks last, guys, the free gift is not supermarket quality. It's Cuisinart, guys. The sturdiness, the weight in these alone, these are baking dishes that you're going to have for years and years to come. Can I say that the square one, I already know what I'm going to cook in it.
What are you going to cook?
Potato bake.
Oh, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good idea.
What function would I use with potato bake, Anna? Tell me.
Basically using, on this particular oven, I would be using just your normal convection bake because you want it to be lovely and golden on the top.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be fantastic.
Okay, so potato bake's going in my square cake pan.
Yes.
What's going to go in your round?
Round.
What are you going to cook?
I don't know. Maybe a cake.
I reckon-
I haven't tried a cake before. I'm good with maybe like a roast chicken, some fish.
I can't wait till you go home next time. He's going to cook a cake for his mum. She's going to think it's fantastic. She's going to say, this is brilliant. You know what? You could even give one to your mum for Christmas. Wouldn't that be a great gift, right?
That would be a great present.
Because you've got a big family, right? So,
yeah.
I'm sure that you have more than one appliance going on Christmas Day. Guys, so here's your afterpay. We're talking about... we're talking about is it $92? Am I hearing that right? $92.25 free express delivery. Guys, get it home. Give it a whirl. Put something in there. What about something, Anna, like a rack of lamb and some veggies?
Oh, absolutely beautiful. It does. I cook rack of lamb the same way. So just while you were talking, I whipped up a little pizza.
Oh, look.
So
that.
again...
The only thing this does not come with is Anna, unfortunately.
Exactly, that's right.
Unfortunately, because this lady can cook. You never know. We might throw Jaron in there as a bonus. You never know. I reckon they'd be all sold out in a minute.
I want to go as high as I can. I want it down as low as I can as far as the
Okay, so
oven
which
goes.
function?
This is still convection bake.
Convection bake.
The steaming is really for mainly a lot of your meats and things like that. So
is this going to crisp it up, Anna?
Absolutely, because I've got it on a really high temp. So let's go for 12 minutes at the most. It might not even need that, but I'm just using that as an ordinary oven. These are your pastizzis over here, Gabby, that should almost be ready. Yes, they are.
Oh, that's not ready already.
That's ready already.
What?
So
Anna, there's so many
cooking frenzy
functions that we
over
can do. I just want to ask you, for a customer who may be just tuning in and they're thinking, I want my pastizzis to look like that, because those are pastizzis that look like they've come from the little Maltese bakery store down in Surrey Hills that I used to go to many, many years ago, the famous pastizzi house.
Yes.
They look like they've just come out of Mario's oven, I've got to say.
they?
Do you know Mario's?
Yes, I do.
Yes, everyone those,
So
Mario?
you can see they're a little bit golden on the bottom.
If someone's
Absolutely
confused about which function to use, how are we going to know? Is it in the instruction manual?
Absolutely. Now, where did that end up, the instruction manual? It's hiding here somewhere. Anyway, there is a chart in
look at
there,
that.
but we also, of course, have all the recipes.
Jaron, you're the taste tester, but I'm going to say it might be like a volcano inside
Yeah.
there.
It'd be very hot.
Be very.
Yeah.
I've
Be
made
very
that mistake
careful.
before. It's an occupational hazard of taste testing.
Yeah. Oh no, that's like I'm just sussing it out now just before I go and jump into it. But just looking at the crunchiness of it, I'm hearing the noise like as you move the
risen.
pastry around. It's risen. The brownness on top of it. It's a bit warm, and you can actually see that the steam's coming out from the inside of it. Just how nice. Oh, it's honestly ready to go. Ready to go down the
Do you
hatch.
play sport?
I used to.
He's been
Now and
he's
again,
been known to kick a footy around the field.
Well, that's why. I mean, this is why it's a great oven for young people that play sport, because particularly in winter, they'll come home and say, "Oh, Mum, can I heat up a sausage roll or a quiche?"
Yeah.
And they'll go, "No way, you're not turning on that big oven for that." This is where this oven comes into its own.
So in 10 minutes, guys,
Yes.
no preheating. In 10
No.
minutes, you are going to get crispy, flaky pastry that's piping hot and baked on the bottom as well as the top. And let me show you that. That's really, really important. See? Baked on the bottom and on the top. So we are talking about Cuisinart have made this technology, the power of steam, with the versatility of a convection oven. You are going to save time. No preheat. Cooks
know that.
40% quicker. As the water conducts the heat faster than air. We're talking about healthier results. Steam cooking needs no oil unless, of course, you want to add some for flavour, but you certainly don't need it for that crispy, crunchy goldenness, that caramelisation. You don't want to pay $1,000 or up to $8,000 for a built-in. This is a bench top, right? This you can use just as steam, just as convection, as the combination. Hands-free cooking, guys, for all those mums out there that want to do afternoon tea for the boys when they've come home from footy. Pop the pastéis in, go and sit down and have a cup of tea, mums.
Well, that's it. Like that's how easy it is. Like kids coming home from school, you know.
Absolutely.
I know that back in the day when I used to come home from school, you know, a bit of a meat pie, throw it in the microwave, and it wouldn't come
Soggy
out. It's
pie.
soggy. It was so disappointing.
Very disappointing.
But you know, just watching how this turned out, like just the crispiness on the outside. I wish we had something like this back in the day.
You've got a
when I was
balanced
cooking.
plate there.
Yeah,
You know
as
what,
well.
you
A lot
could
of
Better.
broccoli and a bit of pastizzi.
Here at Openshop, you know what? Sometimes we're really fancy and sometimes you can pick up a pastéis with your hand. A pie?
Yes,
A pie?
pastizzi,
Lamb
sausage
shank
rolls.
fork?
Yes.
Pastéis and sausage rolls?
You
The
can
only
use your
reason-
hands. You've got permission.
That's it.
Totally.
Well, that's the only reason I wanted to just show this was just to hear that crunchiness of the top of it.
Very good
Just
point.
to know, like, you're just hearing that. If you can hear that through the mics, that crispiness. Look at that. It's ready to go.
You've nailed it, Anna.
Yeah.
You have
Excellent. That's
absolutely nailed it. So that is flaky, that is crispy, and it was
on the outside.
risen and steaming. How's the pizza?
Pizza's good. What about our mussels? Let me just
Oh,
jump
gosh.
over here.
I forgot.
right.
Did you forget about those?
We've got so
I
much
forgot
going
about the
on.
mussels.
That's right. The mussels just beeped as well. So mussels, we always forget to cook mussels, but they are, now that you can even buy mussels pre-prepared, this is in the recipe book. So it's just chorizo, cut up, popped into.
Okay, so I've got
see.
the recipe for this.
You have this in the book.
some
Oh, you can
spring
smell that.
onions. I
Spring
think perhaps a
onions.
bit of salt and pepper and garlic.
Not much salt because mussels are quite salty.
Okay.
So in there now, we've got our mussels. I would just be putting some more parsley on top. And you have
Smells
beautiful.
Smells divine.
Anna, it smells beautiful. Now, okay,
Yes.
so this took 20 minutes. So in my world, I'm
Yes.
sitting down with my crusty bread and my glass of wine, and I'm having a moment with these mussels.
Yes.
So what do I do to do that self-clean? Because that's really important that I can pop that on while I go and sit down.
It's
Do I have
so-
to wait for the whole thing to cool down?
No, you just come along and you press self-clean.
That's it.
There's a button.
That's how easy
Do I
it
want
is.
30 minutes? Do I want less? If I'd done the mussels, they don't have much there, so even 10 minutes, I basically go like
Click.
that, and I go back to eating my mussels and enjoying my beautiful glass of wine.
Oh, that is when you are going to be having a moment, guys.
Yes. Yep.
So if this is something that you need in your world, don't wait. Jump on the phone. You are talking. I mean, we're telling you about. Jaron, what are some of the features that you love?
Oh, just from the versatility of the whole like steam oven, right? What you can do with it: the steam, warm, super steam. You got the proof bread bake, steam and bake, steam and grill, convection bake, grill, toast, and steam. And just from what we covers pretty much everything that we've got here. We went from, what do we have in here first? The roasted chicken. Then we went to the steamed vegetables. We got the fish here, piece of fish. The bread, the rice. And now we got
and the cake. Don't forget the cake.
Oh, and the cake.
We haven't even tried the lamb shanks. They are over there and they're smelling absolutely beautiful. Now, lamb shanks are something that can be tough and rubbery unless they're cooked correctly. How long did those take to cook?
I still cook those for about 2.5 to 3 hours, actually, Gabby.
So you can cook. So I know that you can cook from 50 degrees.
Absolutely.
So did you cook those on a lower temperature?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I cook those on about 100.
Okay.
Yep.
On about 100 for 2 hours now. Jaren, how long has it been since you've had a lamb shank?
It's been a while, but I usually go to a nice restaurant just to grab a lamb shank.
And why is that? Why do you go to a nice restaurant? Because they're really difficult to cook,
Exactly right?
Unless you get them right. Now, this is cooked. It's been sitting here in the studio, which obviously they've come out of the oven a little while ago, but yet the meat is still falling off the bone. And that is testament to that steam bake function. No preheating the oven for half an hour, no searing or sealing them first in the fry pan, no having to pressure cook them first and then finish them in the oven. This is the combination of all of those different functions. You can use them individually or combined. I would have sworn that cake had been steamed, Anna, because the moisture, I'm surprised that did you try the cake?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Oh,
but it was like, what else can the Cuisinart steam oven do? Like we've done,
What else
we went from desserts, dinner. There's a whole a range of food that we can cook here. Snacks and things like that. Just everything that you can whip up in the household. Just not for the family. For people that are by themselves.
That's
singles.
true.
Single mums. Just having a glass of wine. Reading a nice book. You want to whip up some cookies for the kids. It's just all you got to do is jump on the phone. And there we are. The item number's there, 301-240, and you get it on the phone call 132580, and even the website openshop.com.au, or tap that app. It's that simple. It's all simple here.
You're right.
It's pretty.
But you're
pretty
right.
Easy.
Cooking for one or cooking for the troops. This is a huge capacity. Fall in love with cooking again. This is Cuisinart, guys. These guys know exactly what they're doing. Get one of these at home. Thank you so much, Anna.
You're welcome. Do you want to see the pizza?
Yeah, let's go and have a look at the
Quick,
pizza.
quick,
What do you
quick.
reckon?
Let's
Enjoy.
open it.
Thanks for being here in the kitchen with us.
There we are.
I'll give you a look.